Hello, welcome back to another episode over here at the Dana Lee Project. Mandy and I have been answering some burning questions that she's had. So we talk about everything from food and body image issues to struggles we have as women in all sorts of stages of our life. So, all right, Mandy, what do you got for me this week?
This one, I have no idea what you're going to say. Usually I have like an idea what you're going to say. This one is a complete like, what is she going to say? All right. Tell me something that you would suggest everyone does every day to feel their best.
Oh, you know I don't like to prescribe blanket like things like that.
It's a question. It's a question.
Okay. Yeah, because I just don't believe in like the one size fits all thing where like, and to do like I guess the thing every single day would have more to do with how you're speaking to yourself. That I think could be applicable to anyone and everyone. Being more mindful about how you're speaking to yourself. If that is one thing that you could do. So, just are you talking smack about yourself? Are you beating yourself up in little everyday mundane little things that oh, you're so stupid. Why'd you do that? You're lazy. Of course you didn't do that. Like typical, oh, why bother? Like those kinds of things coming up. And if you could have the one practice of slowing down to observe, that is how you're speaking to yourself. And then find another way to be kinder to yourself. That could change your life. That's one thing.
That's a hard habit to change when you're really used to doing it.
Yeah.
It's really not easy.
No, I didn't say it was easy, but you asked me if there's one thing everybody, I'm like, but I don't want to talk about the materialistic things. I don't want to talk about
I'm sorry, you're not going to say how many glasses of water I should have every day? I thought you'd say 8 glasses of water instead.
sleep
Get up at the ass crack of dawn, do 5 push-ups.
8 hours a night. Write in your gratitude journal in the morning. Didn't we just talk about stereotypes? Yes, which I feel like there was a couple other that I'm like, oh man, yeah, prepping my food. I'm like, that's stereotypical. Yes, I do that. Like certain things I'm like, oh, there was a couple other things I think I missed in that conversation.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it's helpful to sweep any sort of like I just think it's so individual to create your daily rituals or habits of health that are going to work for you, that I just don't like to create parameters around sleep or water or movement or any of those things. But the thinking and how you speak to yourself, absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone would benefit from that. Every single person on the planet would benefit from that.
Oof. I want to think of the things, like the last things that I said to myself that were not so nice. I'm going to say this. You know how you talk about the goalposts moving?
Yeah.
In the last 2 years, since being in the mentorship, it's been a long time. I've lost a bit of Mandy. I am not the same size I used to be. I'm a little bit now. But what happens when that happens is your skin at the age of 44 isn't the same as it was when you're a baby, when you're growing and making babies, for example. And I was like, I was just really making fun of my stomach last night. And I was like, oh my God, I got to get a tummy tuck. I got to get all this taken care of. And then under my chin, all this, God, I look terrible. I look like I look like a turkey. And my husband was like, "Would you stop being so mean to my wife? She's beautiful." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, I know." And I thought of that too when he said, "Stop being so mean to my wife." I thought about how like well, 2 years ago when I was just starting this program, my meanness was a different kind of meanness. And it's almost like, I'd be like, oh God, you can't even pick up 2 pounds of to, work out, or, the things just seem to change for me. It's difficult
Mm-hmm.
for me to look at because for me, I would say right now it's physical. And also because I've really come to terms with the fact that I have ADD and my mind races, and I have to take myself down and go, okay, girl, you're good. You're good. This is who you are. Let's write a list. Like I talk to myself like that. You're okay. You're going to be fine. You'll do it. But when it comes to my body, that changes a lot. And, you know, all the ads that come up on Facebook remind me that I am in a certain demographic that fine lines and wrinkles are here and blah blah blah. So it's tough. What about you? Do you have anything hard, my guru?
Oh, I'm not anybody's guru. I think it, for me, will happen in certain like places in the back end of my business. Like for me, that's really where things will come up because
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of history of like, opening previous businesses and then that, like how I thought it was going to be, and I worked so hard and I busted my ass and all the things. And so I've had to learn how to look at my skills and abilities differently instead of being so hard on areas that I just wasn't good at and
Mm-hmm.
thinking that there was something wrong with me.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I think that pretty much nails it. I would think like there's something all these other entrepreneurs and business people know that I don't know, and I I must there must be something wrong with me.
Yeah.
There must be something wrong with me.
Oh my gosh, I think everybody could identify with that. I mean, Christ almighty, it took me, I still don't know my multiplication facts, Dana. I have no fucking clue. I'll ask my husband, what's
Oh,
6 times 7? I don't freaking know.
your times tables.
I do
Yeah.
not know my times tables. I
Yeah.
never learned them.
I
I
just
never learned how to
memorize.
spell, as you know,
Yeah.
Dana. Always checking my work.
I know. Yeah, if you marketing sometimes on the well, yeah, even like on the thumbnails for her videos and stuff, I'm like, I hope she's spelling this right.
Uh-huh.
I didn't check it. I mean, we could flip out a thumbnail. It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, but I know. That's
Yeah.
okay.
But you know what? Like and
Right.
that's the thing too. It's like everybody has a thing that they will probably, oh yeah, that's me too. I never learned my multiplication
Yeah.
tables. You never learned the back end of business. But who does
Well,
until
because
you
the front
do?
end is what I'm so good at.
Yes.
Working with clients is what I'm so good at. And then
Yeah.
I've been forced, if I really want to be successful and grow my business and reach more women and scale to that point that this method can get out there so more women are empowered to really fundamentally
Mm-hmm.
heal themselves from the inside out. I
That is
want,
what we want. That is what we want.
yes, we want, this is not a codependent relationship, people. This is
Mhm.
not another coach that you're like, great, I'm going to be like leaning on her and I can't ever leave. No, that's not
Yeah.
what we're doing here. It's very empowering. It's teaching you
Mhm.
how to lead yourself, how to handle yourself.
Unless you're like me, where you like hold on and don't let go and say, "Can I work for you? Can I work for you?"
You're like,
Don't be
where
like
did you
me.
go yet? You're like, wait, hang
I'm
on
like
a
that
second
cat
now.
who just won't let go for a
Yeah.
minute.
She's like wrapped around my ankle. She's sitting on my foot. I'm not going
Don't be
yet.
like Mandy. Our
You
goal is
can't
not for you to be like me.
but to that point though,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do
yeah.
have a lot of women who do stay in my world for many years, but it's because they want to. They don't need me.
Yeah.
They don't need me. They just really enjoy the camaraderie and the contemplation and the conversations we have at this deep level. It's very fulfilling. It just helps you fire off things in your head that you otherwise can't think of on your own. So
Hmm.
there's a big difference of like feeling like you need it versus I want to plug in and be here because I get so much out of it.
Hmm.
That's very different, right? So, but I'm very much like a reason, a season, a lifetime. It's like there's ebbs and flows of women coming in and out of my life and the program, and you get what you need. And then when you're ready to move on, you move on. And then sometimes they come back in like a
Yeah.
year or so. I'm like, hey, there's a whole nother level here that I'm like, oh shit, now how do I handle this? Because that's what ends up happening. It's like layers that you end up uncovering.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, so I think for me that the business part, I've shifted to wanting to learn how to do more of the techie stuff on the back end and have slowed down. And I even noticed this one project I'm working on recently. I used to have so much like a fear of messing up and like what if like I don't know this like what kind of I'm trying to explain like this um panic around I what if I did it wrong? What if I did it wrong and I published this and oh my God and this is wrong and maybe from publishing so many newsletters, sending things out to my email list, putting videos on YouTube, I get over it. It's not
Hmm.
going to be perfect. That is completely on brand for us.
Yeah.
I just don't care anymore
Don't care.
because I'm human and I'm like a real person, a real woman who lives in New Jersey and is married, and like like I'm a real person. So I'm not a robot. I'm not AI. And there's that part of me that I realize is very much on brand of like, it's okay to mess up and like spell things incorrectly. And oops, the link was broken. And oops, someone went to this page and it's the wrong date for the opt-in of this event that was happening last month. And we didn't update. I'm not so hard on myself about that anymore.
Hmm.
I handle it. I still want I still want my brand to look professional and I still care about it and I have a lot of pride in it. So please don't misunderstand that. I absolutely do.
Yeah.
I think my brand is fun. I love the colors. I love the messages that we send out. I love the social media that we do. Um, but I also build in I'm human and I fuck up and dates are messed up and links don't work and I've given myself a lot of grace for that. So
Hmm.
a few decades ago, it just expressed itself in other ways as far as like perfectionism and doing things right, as far as my food and exercise. So it just sort of morphed into this whole other area of my life and my business. And it was like perfectionism there. And what if I get things wrong? And now it's like, I'm just giving myself more grace. It's like I say to you guys, like give yourself compassion, you know, it's, we're not curing cancer here. Like let me put this in perspective,
Yeah.
you
And
know?
I'm really glad that you shared that. I jokingly said my guru because you don't want people to think of you as perfect or as a guru because like I said, you said, well, I really wish people would talk nicer to themselves. So I'm like, okay, Dana, tell us how you talk to yourself because sometimes you're human. We all have those like hiccups where we're like, oh shit, I was really not kind to myself, you know?
Yep.
So, and then on the other side of it, you can go, okay, now if I was my best friend, if I was my own best friend and I was talking to myself, I would say, Dana, you can do this. You're smart. You can do this. You can figure this out. It might take you longer than other people, but you're going to figure it out, you know?
Yep. Yep. And to that point of this particular project I'm working on, the interesting thing is, and the guy I'm working with who's kind of mentoring me through the process of this tech,
Mm-hmm.
understanding the tech, he's very patient. We're dealing with one little thing at a time. And he's like, but once you know it, you know it. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it's like this big elephant and like, oh my God, I'm too stupid to learn this. Like like this is not for me. My brain isn't wired that way.
Yeah.
But now what's happened is I've gotten to a level that I care so much about reaching more women to help empower them and figure out like there's got to be another way. There's got to be more to it than this. Yes, there is. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to figure out the tech issues so that way I can get out to more people who are seeking and looking for something like this. Like you were that one day. Like you were that one day when you stumbled upon my YouTube channel,
Oh,
remember?
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I was
So
like, wait a minute, what are you talking about?
yeah, so that was
Yes.
like I think the first time that I figured out that I could go live on both my Facebook and on YouTube. And I had never done that before. Done like a lot like so a live stream on my Facebook on my YouTube feed. And so if I was perpetually too afraid of the tech to figure that out along the way, I had to just figure out one little element because I was like, yeah, but I have all these subscribers on my YouTube channel and I want them to at least get notified like, oh, Dana's up to something. Like what's happening over here, instead of on my Facebook platform because I had this private group that was growing and was specifically around this topic, but I was like, but I have this other platform. So why not be able to like stream on both? And then the technology was there and I figured out what I needed to have in place to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
So
Who
there's a
would have
lot of
thunk?
yeah, yeah, right?
Wild.
So I am dedicated to get through that stuff because it matters. It's like who the heck knows what woman I'm going to connect to or we're going to connect to
Mm-hmm.
because then in the backside of the business I was able to handle something differently and put like I say put my big girl panties on, put my
Mm-hmm.
big girl panties on. I'm just going to like be willing to fuck up this tech, what if I do it wrong and what if I lose money doing this and okay.
Yeah.
I'll be all right. I'm gonna be all right. I
Yeah.
can anything is like I can correct it. I can
Yeah.
correct it. I can course correct.
Yeah. And on my side of my skin, my loose skin, I it's a process. It's not something I can decide. It's something that I have to decide every day that I'm like, I don't want to look perfect. I will never look perfect or whatever. I want to look like me. And I've always jokingly said, like, all the cute little old ladies are going extinct because no one will let themselves look like a cute little old lady. I want to look like a cute little old lady someday. I
Yeah.
just want to be a strong, cute little old lady, but I want to be a cute little old lady with a little bit of wrinkles and things
Yeah.
and you know, I
Yeah.
I have to be there. I have to get there someday. In order for me to get there, I have to allow myself to age. And who would have thunk?
I,
Ugh. Who, I
I
don't
know.
know. It's something.
Well, so if like things are coming up with your body, it can be helpful to s- be more observant. Like, oh, isn't that interesting? I'm being hard on my body.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
To be able to separate yourself from the being pulled into the drama and the distraction of it. We were just
Mm-hmm.
distraction,
Mm-hmm.
but like that can be another form of that.
Yeah.
Um, and I also just want to say I have worked with a couple clients who have decided to get skin surgery.
Yeah.
And you have to know what you're comfortable with, and there's some levels, and that skin can only the less once the elasticity is gone, like there is only so much you can do
Yeah.
with rejuvenating the skin, the elasticity in the skin, the collagen in the skin, all that stuff. Um, so with significant weight loss, sometimes that feels like the next best step because you have really transformed yourself from the inside out. And then so one of my clients, the skin was painful. I mean, think about doing mountain climbers, you're doing anything like to have it just hanging like that was actually really uncomfortable and affecting her quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very personal decision. It's a very high risk surgery. That's not something to take lightly.
Yeah.
But I do understand when you get to a certain point of like, I want to do this for myself and understanding why you're doing it. Because I do believe if you don't tackle the insecurities like on the bigger scale of things, your goalposts are just going to move. They're just going to be constantly moving. You're going to take care of that, and then your eyes shift to the next thing that's wrong, and then you take care of that, and then your eyes shift to the next thing that's wrong, and it's a constant thinking that you're a project to be fixed,
Right.
and that's not necessarily going to be very fulfilling or lead to, you know, it's going to be a constant chase, and that can be exhausting.
Yes.
Yep.
Amen. Amen. That was
Yeah.
good.
Good. That was a
Thank
good.
you.
You're so welcome.
What you can do every day.
Something
What
you
was
can,
the answer? Just be nice to yourself?
well, not just be nice to yourself, because I feel like that that isn't always possible, but the observation of what it is you're saying about yourself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like start there, of even being able to observe that you're even saying something that is not helpful
Yeah.
to actually progressing in your life. Like you cannot, yeah, like you're not going to beat yourself up into a thin and fit body.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if that doesn't work, or beat yourself up into a successful career,
Mm-hmm.
like you won't even be able to revel in the success. You won't even recognize it. You won't admit it. There'd be a constant chase to it. So it's the observing what you're saying to yourself and be willing to say something kinder that is, and not blowing smoke up your ass. Sometimes it's just a basic acknowledgement of facts.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, like if you're like, oh, I'm such a lazy piece of shit, and I, you know, procrastinate all these things, but yet you still made breakfast for your kid, you still got them off to school, you still answered emails, you still like you do these things on autopilot, but completely dismiss
Yeah.
you actually got shit done, and instead your brain just goes to lazy, the things I didn't do. So
Yeah.
yeah. So that's the practice. How do you like pause to cut that off at the pass?
Yes. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's see how you do.
Yeah. The homework this week is
Your homework this week. Awesome. Great question, Mandy. Thank you so much. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.